Welcome back. So today we're going to discuss something that's not a loop. It is sort of the opposite of a loop. Technically it's a condition. But it certainly looks like a loop. So let's discuss it in this section. So let's say you have a variable a. This can be anything. It can be 2, 3, 4, 5. It can be 10,000. And I want to do something, but only in certain cases. Okay, is this thing saved? Yes. Let's clear this. Now I only want to do it if a equals 1, which is print 1 in letters. And there you go. And I want to do something if a equals 7. So let's change this to 7. But if the number is anything else, I want to print something else. Let's make this 10,000. So it's not 1, a is not 1, a is not 7, therefore we go to the default. And we print it's something else. This default is optional. You can take it out. And then your program will do absolutely nothing. So if you're absolutely positive that this number can only be 1 or 7, then you don't need a default statement, right? Generally, you test for one possibility. But I suppose there can be strange cases where you want to test for 2 possibilities, in which case you would take out this break statement, right? Then it doesn't jump out of the switch loop and it keeps on testing. Now, you won't do that with numbers because a is either 1 or it's something else. But you can do that with strings. Right, so let's say a string equals let's see. You could test, then you'd put a string marker there, and then you could test case it starts with a T, or it has an E somewhere in the middle. So that is a more advanced usage. I advise you against it because it becomes very confusing. Rather use the switch statement, the switch block, to test for one thing, and then if necessary you can do it again later. All right, so it would work like this, test. So you can see how that works. Now, one thing to look out for when you're converting a basic program from another dialect, they don't always call the switch. Sometimes it's called select, and then the end statement would be end select. So that's something to watch out for. So as I said, this is not actually a loop, even if it looks like one. But it is a very useful way to have your program decide to do something depending on what the condition is. The condition changes outside your loop. Don't change this inside your loop, because then you're going to have endless problems debugging. Thanks for watching, and we'll see each other next week again.